Hello again and welcome back to The Front Row, a minor production of the First Congregational Church in South Pekin, where our intent is to bring snippets from our Sunday morning message into your week. And we are continuing to set the stage. In just a day or so, I'm going to get into the meat of the Old Testament story that is the model for us in living this life unoffendable. But we've got to set the stage one more time because we have this strike against us when reading the Bible. Really, in any situation where we know the rest of the story. You may recall Paul Harvey and his famous iconic line and the way that he would deliver a story. He would tell this amazing, he would just unpack this amazing story that most people had never heard. And it just draws you in. It's just incredible drama and intrigue and twists and turns. And then he would get to the end after the commercial break, and he'd come back and he would resolve it. He would say, "Oh, don't you remember this?" And people would go like, "Wow, I know this, but I didn't know all of that. And now it all starts to make a little bit of sense." And Paul Harvey would say, "And now you know the rest of the story." Because see, people remember the results. People remember the glory, the wonder, it all worked out. But they don't remember the mess, the difficulty, the challenges. It's because they never really heard that part of the story. And even if they did, I'd rather spend time in the beautiful part of the story where it all resolves itself. And this is our struggle in particular when we're reading biblical stories, but even in life. When we look at the end of the story, when we look at when it's all taken care of and resolved, but when we're in the middle of it, we don't like that part. We don't even remember that part. We just remember the beauty and the wonder of the resolve. The thing is, though, that we live life over here. This is where daily life is. We love the end of the story, the glory days, but that's not where life is. Life's over here. And our challenge when we are reading a story out of Scripture is that many of us know the rest of the story. So when we dive in tomorrow and the next day, we need to appreciate the fact that if we're to follow this line of logic, to really understand the story, to really appreciate the impact of the story and the challenges that were overcome, we have to forget that we know the resolve. We're going to touch on that one more time before we get into the meat, but I want you to think about that a little bit. When we know the rest of the story, it's difficult and challenging to appreciate all that's going on in real life. Tune in tomorrow for a little bit more. Blessings to you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.